Now we discussed about the angular motion of a rigid body. We already know about the translation of a rigid body. In translation, we can say each and every point situated on the rigid body move with the same velocity. You can say the displacement of each and every point situated on the rigid body is same. And in case of the rotation, we can say the angular displacement, angular velocity of each and every point is equal. If we combine these two parameters, that is the rotation and translation, then we are going to analyze combine rotation and translation of a rigid body. So for analyzing this, let us make one rigid body again like this and make 2 points A and B in the rigid body, right? If it would have translation, in case of the translation, we can say displacement of A and B should be equal. If it is combined with the rotation, the displacement of A and B will not be equal. So let us make the combined translation and rotation of this rigid body. This will be like this. You can observe here the displacement of A and displacement of B is not equal. Let the displacement of A is RA vector. Now we can define displacement of B, that is RB equal to RBA plus RA, that is displacement of B equal to displacement of B with respect to A plus displacement of A. If we differentiate this equation, we can find the relationship between the velocities. So after differentiating this equation, we can write this is equal to VB equal to VBA plus VA, that is the velocity of B equal to relative velocity of B with respect to A plus VA. And you know relationship between the linear velocity and angular velocity. You can write here V equal to omega multiplied by R. In vector form, we can write V equal to omega cross product R. So this term, that is VBA, can be written as VBA equal to omega BA cross product RBA. That means if we substitute this value in this equation, we can write the value of VB, that is VB equal to omega BA cross product RBA plus V. We can observe here, this is the velocity of B and here it is the velocity of A. If we know the velocity of any point, that is velocity of A, and if we know the angular velocity of a rotating body, we can find the velocity of any other point situated inside the rigid body if it is translating as well as rotating. Now we know how to express the velocity of a point situated on a rigid body which is translating as well as rotating. That is a combination of the translation and rotation. Let us apply this concept in a simple situation. Let us take a rod and suppose the velocity of end point of the rod is known and we need to find the velocity of the middle point of the rod. So let us make a rod here. Here you can observe rod, this point A and B, and A is moving with the velocity VA vector and B is moving in this direction with the velocity VB vector. You know, because of these velocity, different velocity, the rotation of the rod will occur. You know, the rotation, that is the angular velocity of the rod, is constant throughout the rod. Let us take the middle point of the rod and assign certain angular velocity here, like this, and let us assign certain velocity to the central point, that is the midpoint of the rod. Let us, this velocity is VC. Now we are going to make the relationship between VC, VA and VB. We can write the velocity of point A with respect to C. How to write? We can write here VA equal to velocity of A with respect to C plus velocity of C. So we can write here velocity of A equal to VA with respect to C plus VC. Now this term, we can express this term in the vector form. We can write here this equal to omega AC cross product RAC. This term, and this term can be written as it is, like this. So this is the velocity of the point A. Let this equation is equation number 1. Now in the similar fashion, we can write the velocity of point B. We can write velocity of point B as velocity of B with respect to C plus velocity of C. And in the similar fashion, we can write the expression for VBC. That will be equal to omega BC cross product RBC, like this. And this term VC can be written as it is. Let this equation is equation number 2. Correct? Now, let us write these equation number 1 and equation number 2 again, like this. Suppose if we add these two equations, so the final equation will be equal to VA plus VB. That is equal to, in the right hand side, this expression plus 2 VC. Like this we can write the expression. Now, we know angular velocity is constant in the rigid body. That means omega AC equal to omega BC, and let us, this quantity is omega. So we can write omega AC equal to omega BC, that is finally equal to omega vector. We can substitute the value of omega AC, omega BC, that is equal to omega, and we can take then omega as common. So this expression finally is equal to VA plus VB, that is equal to omega cross product RAC plus RBC plus 2 VC. Correct? Now, let us write this equation again. Now we know C is a midpoint, and if C is a midpoint, then RAC and RBC should be in the opposite direction, and because C is a midpoint, that means the magnitude of RAC should be equal to the magnitude of RBC. Now here we can write RAC equal to minus RBC. Correct? That means this term is equal to 0. We can observe here this RAC is in this direction, RBC is in this direction. That's why this and this term will get cancelled. That is equal to 0. Now we are getting a very simplified equation, that is VA plus VB equal to 2VC. Right? We can further rearrange this equation and write velocity of the midpoint equal to VC equal to VA vector plus VB vector divided by 2. Remember, this VC is not the velocity of the center of mass. This is the middle point. Suppose mass is not uniformly distributed in this rod. In that case, the middle point will not be the center of mass. So this expression is applicable only when we consider the middle point of the rod.